everybody, my name is Luke Marr, this is Hot Mode, and today we're going to be talking about the whole Saint Laurent drama that is currently, or did currently go on for the past 5 days. So maybe about a month ago, we started to hear rumors about Yves Saint Laurent leaving Saint Laurent. Now, Yves Saint Laurent was in fact the creative director for about 4 years at Saint Laurent, and previous to that, in the 90s, he worked on the menswear collections whilst Yves Saint Laurent was still at the company, but later left to start doing photography and all of those kinds of things. And so when Edie came to the helm of Saint Laurent about 3 to 4 years ago, there were a lot of big changes that took place. The name Yves Saint Laurent was changed to Saint Laurent Paris, and that reflected the Saint Laurent Rive Gauche, which was the original name of the brand before it was changed to Yves Saint Laurent. Edie moved all of the studios to Los Angeles in America, in California, which was another big thing because that costs a lot of money. And previous to that, it was not that big of a deal due to the fact that people just assumed that Edie would stay at Saint Laurent for quite a while. But as we've recently seen, there's kind of this idea of a revolving door when it comes to fashion designers staying at certain houses. You have people like Alexander Wang, people like Anthony Vaccarello, people even like Raf Simons and Yves Saint Laurent, all kind of only staying at their positions at these large houses for a very short amount of time. And so it's very interesting to see now it's interesting to see that Edie was only there for 4 years, but how much money was wasted going to LA for Edie to kind of just, bring it in. But the interesting thing about Edie was he actually has doubled the income for Saint Laurent, which is under the Kering Group, which is a group that owns brands like Saint Laurent, Gucci, and Alexander McQueen, to just name a few. And so originally Saint Laurent's income was about $400 million a year, and it has now doubled to $800 million a year. And that is due to Edie's ability to make the clothing very wearable and very normal and chic. Also, the prices are a bit fucking ridiculous, if I do say so myself. But yes, it really kind of has spun the brand on its head. Edie also has brought about a new idea that skinny boy chic is really in. If you ever watch any of the Saint Laurent shows, which I must say they are very difficult to watch in my personal opinion. I don't like the way that they are kind of done, but it's just personal opinion. But the boys in the Saint Laurent shows are very skinny. I have heard a story through a friend of a friend. He went to go and audition to walk in the Saint Laurent show, and what they did was, apparently this is just like what I've heard, is that they took a pair of jeans and given it to every boy that was auditioning and said, if you can't fit in these jeans, then you can't be in the show. And lots of models are very skinny, and a lot of boys could not fit into those jeans. So Edie has really brought about an image of skinny, skinny, skinny boys. And so that is another kind of additive to Edie's legacy at Saint Laurent. But very interesting. So again, those rumors had kind of popped up about a month or two ago saying that Edie was leaving. And those rumors were denied by Saint Laurent and Kering. And so everybody just kind of assumed that it wasn't going to happen. There were still people that were like, it's definitely going to happen. But I don't think anybody assumed it would be as quickly as it came due to the fact that the rumors were denied. But on April 1st, April Fool's Day, it was announced that Edie was leaving the company, both by himself and both by Kering. And so we kind of were all in angst about who was going to the company. Now, they say that Women's Wear Daily actually kind of like did a conspiracy theory and said that Anthony Vaccarello, who is the designer of his own label, Vaccarello, or it's Anthony Vaccarello, I don't know which of the two it is, and also he was currently at Versus Versace with Donatella Versace, and that he was going to be going to Saint Laurent. I didn't really believe it that much, but it was just kind of like, like whatever. And so then 2 days later after that, I believe it was the 3rd or it was the 4th, and it was announced that Anthony Vaccarello was actually going to Saint Laurent. And so it's very interesting to watch because also Versus Versace, which is like the diffusion line for Versace, people such as Christopher Kane, J.W. Anderson, Jonathan Anderson, and Anthony Vaccarello have all done, stints at that line. But Christopher Kane has gone on to start his own brand under Kering, I believe. I don't know exactly. And J.W. Anderson has taken up the lead role at Loewe, which is a Spanish brand. And LVMH actually put a small stake into his personal company, J.W. Anderson, as well. And then recently found out that Anthony Vaccarello is actually at Saint Laurent now, working on the collections. So it's interesting that Donatella Versace is really the incubator of all of these really young talents, which I find very, very interesting. And so that was, just like, I'm just giving you guys like a bit of an update on current like fashion things, if I may. So yeah. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. Let me know if you liked it. Please subscribe and like to this video because that lets me know that you guys are here and you guys are really enjoying what I'm doing. And so with that, let me say adieu, TTYL.